Zhiyun is always a fun time when it comes to releasing brand new products. Now, they're most known for their gimbals because they seem to innovate and create fancy new quirks and features every single gimbal iteration, but lately they've been on this lighting thing and they've been releasing lights under the Fiveray badge. I use these little M40 lights in my studio background in every single video that I record, and they have been excellent, but this is the brand new M20C, and it's a full RGB pocket-sized, very full-featured, very bright, nice little light, and in this video we are checking it out. Packaging is straightforward. White box, picture of the light on the front, you get some paperwork, a silver carrying pouch, a USB-C charging cable, and the light. Now this light is kind of like a GoPro in a sense because it is a compact unit that goes into a cage. That cage has a bunch of different mounting options, and then it also adds magnets, and with these magnets you can diffuse it with this little magnetic diffuser. You can use this little grid to control your light, and you can also control output even further with this little magnetic barn door attachment. And these accessories, as miniature as they are well crafted. The cage is plastic, but the locking mechanism is metal and it contains a magnet. The grid and diffuser are both plastic but finished nicely, and the barn doors are aluminum with good fittings around the plastic frame. And when you put them all together, it looks like you have a mini film set light that you can collapse into your pocket after you're done with it. Now the light itself is simple in design. It's a 3" by 3" square with vents on the top and the sides as well as most of the back, and a little orange fan to keep the temperature down. There is also a USB-C port on the top for charging and for powering the light, and on the bottom there is an enclosed battery with some specs and writing on it. Two knobs that are also buttons are used to control everything, and there is a very tiny little 1" screen in between that shows you mode, battery level, brightness, color temperature, and the various built-in special modes. Now when it comes to specs, this little light is packing a lot of them. As the name suggests, this is a 20-watt light. Color temperature can be adjusted from 2500K to 10,000K with peak illuminance of 1950 lux, CRI is over 94, and TLCI is over 96. But beyond that, this light is also full RGB. You can control the color on the light or through an app on your phone, but it's also techie, so you can even use your phone camera to identify a color in a scene and the light will match it. It's kinda cool. There are 16 light effect modes, which is now a staple with most lights. If you want to create a police strobe or some candlelight effect, it's all here. One of the things that's so unique about this light is the various opportunities or mounting possibilities because of this cage. Now, you can simply stick it on a tripod with the tripod mount on the bottom, which is boring and normal. You can also use this hot shoe to mount it to the top of your camera. And so it would look something like this. Obviously, you'd probably want to take the barn doors off because it would block your lens. But let's say you don't want to do any of that. You just want something even easier than that. Well, you can take a metal object and you can simply... Well, that didn't work because this is aluminum. Let's say you need to stick it on a car or a computer for some sort of scene. Well, look at that. Magnets. So built into this cage is a magnet, so you can stick this on anything that's metal. And then you can power on your light and you can control it from your phone. So you can really stick this in places that a normal light you wouldn't be able to stick because of its compact size. Another cool thing about the app is that you can use it to control a bunch of these lights together or independently. So if you want to create a scene, it's easy. And I mentioned the little orange fan, but Zhiyun calls this their Dynavort Cooling System Mark II, and it is effective at dissipating heat through all of the vents, but because of the size of the fan, you can hear it eventually as it ramps up speed. In most cases, it's such a bright light that you won't be using it over 50%, but if you do use it at 100% for a key light, for example, after a few minutes, that fan starts to ramp up. And at slow speeds, the fan on this little light is louder than the one on the 40-watt light, the M40, but this fan is about maybe 2.5 times larger, and as it ramps up, it gets much louder than this one. So this is perfectly fine if you're using it in your background far away from you because your camera setup is not going to pick this up. If you're going to use this on top of a camera and also going to use your onboard microphone, that's where I'd say maybe keep it at a level where that fan does not kick on. So right now I'm at 22%. The fan hasn't kicked on yet, and it will probably stay this way for a long time. As you crank it up though, it heats up, and then that's where you may run into audio problems. If you do use this light at a max of 100% brightness, the battery will last you 40 minutes. If you use it at 5 watts of power, it should last you 3 hours. Now, charging via USB-C takes 2 hours from 0 to 100. Pricing on this light is $169 US for this combo pack, $139 if you don't need some of these accessories, and if you don't want RGB at all, there is a non-colorful version, so just yellow to white, for $89 US. The M20C is a cool take on a pocket light. Compared to other options out there, this has a few more features, excellent brightness, and great little accessories. But if you are looking for the brightest small light for your money, this likely isn't the answer. The M40, for example, is currently on sale for $79 US, and it's a 40 watt light with double the lux of this M20C. It's also about double the size though. For me, the M20C makes sense as a little light that you throw into your camera bag when you travel, just in case you want to pull off something cinematic, or if you need a key light for a shot, or if you need a little something added to a macro shot. I don't normally bring lights with me when I travel with camera gear, but with this one, it's small enough that I just might start to. And in a studio environment, this light makes a whole lot of sense. For example, I'm replacing my little cheapo ring light that I've had for years that I bought with one of these. And so now I'll have no wires hanging off of the walls. The only real compromises with this light is the battery life and the fan noise. But since I intend to use it at maybe 10% brightness, it should be perfect for this work. And it will allow me to do things like this. And you guys can go down into the comments section and tell me how cinematic this now looks. I don't know what it is about orange and teal that makes people go crazy. I don't even think that's real orange and real teal. I was just quickly messing around with these lights. Anyway, if you guys want to read more about these lights and check them out, buy your own, read specs, whatever it is, I will post a link down in the description below, so definitely check that out. Let me know what you guys think about them down in the comments section below as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.